So going very slow anamata. If you understand
ఇంకా 3 labs ఉన్నాయండి యాక్చువల్లీ వాళ్ళ పని కదా అది వాళ్ళని పోస్ట్ పోన్ అయింది.
ఓకే ఓకే కాకపోతే మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి వీడియోస్ చూడండి, మీకు డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఇది మీకు ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అన్నవి చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇవి మీరు క్లియర్ గా ఉన్నారంటే యూ కెన్ వర్క్ విత్ ఎనీ టెక్నాలజీ అనమాట. ఈవెన్ ఇన్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఇట్ మైట్ బి you may require to work on .NET applications or Python, even though today you are learning Java, but as the fresher, when you are getting into the company as per company requirement, they may move you to different technology also. There you cannot deny their decision or offer, right? So then we have to work even though we are Java experts, but as per project and company requirement, we may require to work on Python or C#, any language. So then this OOPS concepts, whatever points I'm giving, the notes and points, you just require to remember clearly, so that you can understand what you are doing when you are really working on projects. Okay. Even in interview point of view also, they try to assess you on object oriented programming concepts rather than Java or PHP or machine learning AI, that as the fresher. But if you are going as a 4+ years or 5+ years candidate, then they look for along with OOPS understandings, they look for technical hands-on experience also. That's a different scenario. But anyone OOPS concepts, whatever we are discussing, these are very important. Okay. Okay, where is our notes? Let me open our notes. We discussed about class, object, class syntax, and OOPS features, abstraction and encapsulation we have discussed, and how we are implementing abstraction, how we are implementing encapsulation also we are telling, like by defining the classes. So when you are defining a class in your system, that's nothing but you are implementing both the features, abstraction and encapsulation both. Okay. Now the third feature is inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance is
acquiring the properties of parent object, parent class to child class.
Very good. Yeah, inheritance is basically we can define it as acquiring parent, or in Java we call as super class properties into subclass. Means a child class in general we say, but in Java we should call it as subclass. So hereafter you refer these are as superclass and subclass only. That is important as per Java language. Now here acquiring properties of superclass or parent class means what? So here from this point you need to observe one important point you need to observe and understand is always inheritance happens from subclasses. Inheritance happens from subclasses means while you are defining the subclasses, then inheritance relation will be established, not at the time of parent classes. Not at the time of parent classes. Why? So when parent has been created or defined, we don't know what will be the subclass of that superclass in future. It is not guaranteed that the same programmer is going to write all the subclasses for the parent class at the time of parent class development itself. Today you might be writing one class, and tomorrow you may require to write a new class which is required to inherit this existing class properties. Whenever that new class has been created as inheriting the properties or using that existing properties, then inheritance will be created, and this today whatever you have written the class, that class will become parent, means a super class. Until that it is simple normal class only. So here always we need to remember, while writing the superclass, we may not require to think about what would be the subclasses. We need to think only what are required to be placed inside the parent class. That only we need to think. What we need to abstract into parent class or superclass. That only we have to think, and we have to design our and develop our superclass. Once it is done, and in future, based on the requirement, we may require to inherit this parent class properties into subclass using appropriate mechanism keywords provided in Java. Okay. So next, what else we can say with inheritance? What are the advantages? With inheritance, we can reuse the code. We can reuse the code. The first advantage, we can make reusing of code. Code reusability can be achieved. Next, with inheritance, what else we can say? We can eliminate duplicate code in the system. Next, what else we can say? With inheritance, we can minimize overall application. Means code will be minimized. Means by reusing the same code again and again, without rewriting it, and by avoiding or removing the duplicate code, obviously we can say we can achieve a minimal code only, right? Code can be minimized or not. Instead of writing the same thing again and again, if we reuse it, code size, overall code size can be minimized, right? With the precise code itself, we can achieve maximum functionality. So these are the basic features, means advantages with the feature inheritance, what we can achieve. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Next, what are the different types of inheritances we have, or that we can implement? Types, inheritance types. So what we can say? One, single inheritance. Two, multi-level inheritance. Three, we say that multiple later, we can say hierarchical inheritance. Then we can say hybrid inheritance. As you said, multiple inheritance, right? So these are the different 5 types of inheritance in general. We can say. Now, what is single inheritance? Let us define. Single inheritance. Inheriting properties, or in simple we can say single inheritance means only one level of inheritance hierarchy in between superclass and subclass. Superclass and subclasses and its subclasses. And its subclasses. This is what we call as inheritance, single inheritance. So, example, what we can say, assume that if we have a class called person, and under that person class, if we have the classes like employee, every employee is a person or not? If we take like this, then it is single inheritance, means person is a superclass, person properties are being inherited into employee. So directly employee is a subclass for person, and so the relation between this person class and employee class is direct superclass and subclass, parent and child. So here this kind of inheritance we can say it is single inheritance. Next, even one parent class may have any number of subclasses, even employee, student. A student is also a person or not? We can say. And what else we can say? Teacher. In a college, there would be employees who are working in the office, and teachers who are taking the classes or teaching the subjects in classes, and student who are attending the courses, right? So, but all these are commonly represented as a person or not? Everyone is a person only, right? So non-person beings cannot be students or employees or teachers, right? Can we take a dog or elephant or a tiger as a student or teacher in the school? No, right? Only persons can be either of teacher or employer, student. So based on the system, the commonly representing element we need to take as the parent class. So if you observe in inheritance always creates a generalization or easy relationship between superclass and subclass. If you observe, we can say employee is a person, student is a person, teacher is a person, we can say or not? So the relation between the subclass and superclass in inheritance would be always easy relation. Okay. So don't think too much, just in general English, how do we read this? If we want to form a sentence, we can write as one simple English sentence like a teacher is a person, or student is a person, employee is a person, we can say, right? So that is what inheritance means. In inheritance software system, inheritance means we need to have this kind of relation between superclass and subclass. Yeah, guys, getting this point?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give me some other example? What could be the superclass and what are the subclasses having easy relationship with your superclass?
Suppose let us take an animal.
Very good.
A dog, cat, and etc.
Yes, exactly. That's what I expected, right? Yeah, Shishir, Raghu, got the point? Animal. So we can say monkey is an animal, right? We can say monkey is an animal, right?
Sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Dog is an animal.
Animal super class.
No.
Subclass.
Yes, very good. Dog, cat is a super class, right? Next, any other example? Other guys try.
Vehicle and vehicle two-wheeler, four-wheeler.
Very good. Vehicle. మనం కొంచెం జనరిక్ గా వెళ్దాం. టూ వీలర్, యా స్ట్రైట్. ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ టూ వీలర్, ఫోర్ వీలర్ అలా తీసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ అగైన్ దట్ వుడ్ బి డిఫరెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. కొంచెం జనరిక్ గా మనం సింపుల్ గా వెళ్తే ఏం చెప్పచ్చు? కార్ ఈజ్ ఏ వెహికల్. దట్స్ కరెక్ట్, రైట్? Bike. Next, what else? Another vehicle that we have.
Auto, lorry.
Yeah. Okay, auto or lorry or bus. You can say. Let us take auto rickshaw. Auto rickshaw. Like this, we can take it. Like this, you try to think of different other scenarios and try to find out subclasses for those things. Like I can say what account, one superclass. For the account, what would be the subclasses? And what else I can say? Games. Always here classes or objects need not to be always physically existing entities, right? Even conceptual entities also can be there in the system, right? That's why I'm giving conceptual entities like accounts, account, game. Next, what else I can say? Ticket. Any ticket, bus ticket or train ticket or flight ticket, you just right. So this would be your exercises for these three superclasses. Try to find out and tell me what would be the subclasses. These are very important, guys. When you are working on project, you have to think of what could be the superclass, what could be the subclass, right? So next, what are the points that we are observing from superclass and subclass inheritance? We can say subclass, every subclass has is a relationship with its superclass. With it superclass. So that means when you are writing a subclass to a superclass, then you should when you are writing, you should think of, if I try to read from the subclass to superclass, it should be a fit in the sentence, like is a sentence, employee is a person, or dog is an animal, car is a vehicle. Like that we should be able to give a sentence. In that way we need to use this. Even another thing also I can give here an exercise like a card. Even package I can say, box I can say, anything. Now, see, is it inheritance? So this is what single inheritance. Now, to implement inheritance, what do we use? We can say in Java, it is not inheritance even. We can say it is a common point here itself to implement inheritance in Java. We should use the keyword extends. The keyword extends. Okay. And now let us write a simple example how to first the syntax we write here keyword extends, and the syntax what we can say to implement inheritance, what is the syntax we need to use? Class superclass name or superclass, you can ignore it. That is while creating. Okay, I'll give that also. Superclass name. While creating superclass, you don't require to have think about any information about subclasses. And whatever you have in superclass, what you can say, this could be like common properties. Common properties means common data member variables and member methods. Data members and member methods, which are common. Common properties of several entities, or let's make it as subclasses, which could be common properties for all subclasses, for all subclasses. Make it more specific to our inheritance concept. Common properties of all subclasses in the system. Those things we write here in the superclass. Now that is while writing superclass, it is normal Java class only. No new syntax is here. Simply we are naming it as, instead of class name superclass I have written, and instead of saying member variables and member methods, I am saying as common member variables, common member methods. So while writing superclass, there won't be any difference as normal class, any other normal class, how you define, you will be writing your superclass. But important point is while writing subclass, subclass, we need to use a keyword from Java keywords, list of keywords, extends superclass name. So here subclass or subclass name, I can say extends the superclass name. Now here with this name itself, even though if I am not writing anything, just open and closed here, right? So by this extends keyword and specifying the superclass name, assume that here I have written three properties, means two member variables and one method, or one variable and two methods. All these three would be treated as own members of subclass, own members of subclass. Would be treated as own members of subclass. Subclass can use all the properties of superclass. Is it clear? So subclass also now have how many properties? 3 properties. It is something like inheriting the properties of parents. See, your parents are having some properties. Oh, obviously, you will be having access right, or you will be having privilege to use all those properties as if that properties are of your own or not. If if your parents have a car, or if your parents have a laptop, or if your parents have some uh, uh, grew or some garden or some business, you can use that as if that are your own or not. Yeah, guys, you will be having that privilege to use them or not, as your own things or not.
Yeah.
Do they does anyone stop you? No, right?
No.
No. So similarly here also, if superclass has some properties, all the properties, by saying subclass, from subclass we are saying that this is my parent, then with this itself all this will become accessible to be used by subclass without having any object to create, without having to create any object for a superclass. Generally the basic rule is what? If we have any members inside a class, outside of that class definition, if we want to use, what we need to do? We need to create an object, and through object only we should use that class members, right? That is basic rule, right? If I want to use any subclass, any class members, how should I use? I need to create an object, and through the object only I should call the members. But if I say it is extending superclass, then all the superclass members will become my own subclass members. So without object, we can use it, right? So that is inheritance advantage. So here itself you can understand. Okay, I will tell after writing the example, I will show you the advantages. Next, along with this, these 3 properties initially, what else this subclass can do? This subclass can add its own properties to its list, right? Couple of other own properties can be added in the subclass definition. So that means what? To the existing 3 properties of superclass, subclass is adding 3 more properties. That means what? It is something like already your parents have one car, and in future when you are earning, and you may be buying a couple of other cars, and totally you will be having total 3 cars or not? You can add or not? Do anybody stop you to buy a new car if you want to buy? No, right? Yeah, guys. If you have, if already your parents have one flat, and or 2 flats, and all those 2 flats will be your own. You can use that as your own. If you want to use, if you want to start your own new business or a new office in that flat, you can start. No one stop you, right? But along with that, later in the future, if your business growing and you are earning well, then you may want to buy couple of more other flats or other office spaces in some big buildings. Then no one will stop, right? Based on your requirement, you will be adding your own properties also to the existing properties. The same thing, when we are defining subclass, we can do the same thing also. So when along with the superclass properties, you can add your own new properties also in the subclass. That is what actually inheritance does in our system. Is it clear, guys? Conceptually what we are doing here? Subclass.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Subclasses can use superclass properties as if that are defined inside or defined inside subclass or of their own properties. And also subclass can add new properties to the existing parent or superclass properties. So why we are saying extending here, when we are adding the properties in subclass, it is nothing but extension of superclass properties, right? See, already your parents have one business, and they are running that business in one flat, or one small office, they are running. But in future, you might be developing your business, and you may require to, you might be opening two more offices for your same business. That means what? You are extending your property or not? You are extending your business by adding new properties, right? What is happening there? Business is expanding, right? So that's why Java has given more realistic keywords like extends. So subclass always extends the superclass properties, just like how you are extending your parents' business or parents' properties, right? Got the point, guys? Why we are saying it as extending?
Yeah.
Fine. So now let's write one simple example, and then we see how do we use it. So let us write our example class person. So here I want to take person as the superclass, and where I want to save this, I want to save this as separate programs, inheritance. Okay. Under inheritance, I want to make files as Java source files. Now under person, what do I have? I have members like string name, int age, char, gender. These are common properties of each and every person or not. Without these, any person can born or any person can exist in any system. Let us take our school system itself. Without this information, can we maintain any person data? All these three details are basic and common requirement for any student information or teacher information or office employee information, right, guys? So such common features, properties we can keep in person. And what are the common methods that we need to write? These are data members, and we can write common methods. What are the methods that we need to write here? Yeah, guys, tell me. Yeah, Raghu.
Sir.
What are the methods I should write?
Set details.
Very good. Void set details. So whenever we are writing a superclass, there is nothing new. Just as usual, how we are doing in earlier previous classes, the same thing here also we do. Set details. What are the parameters should be there? String and int a. Next.
Char gender.
Yeah, very good. Char gender or G. What's the code should I write? Code I should write here. Code in set details. What is the code we should write? Name equals to gender equals to G. That's it. Next.
Show details.
Very good. Show details. So do we need any parameters over here? No, right? We need only
System.out.println.
Yeah, system.out.println. Println
Name.
Name println age. Age. Next. Println
Gender.
very good. Gender. Like this we can write. So while writing this parent class person, we don't have anything new, just like any other normal class in previous sessions. How we have written, in the same way we have written. Nothing new is there. But now if we want to implement inheritance, means if we want to write a new class which is extending these properties, along with these properties adding its own new properties, then how do we add? So we write like this. Let us see. Class employee. Let us say I want to maintain employee information in the system, school system. So how do now simply if we write like this, so this is employee class. If we want to maintain employee data in the system, what we should do? We need to write every employee has name or not. Every employee has in age, and every employee has gender. Now along with this employee has int emp id and float or double salary, right? These are the employee properties. Now here what we should do, we need to write void set employee details. Right. What we need to set, employee details we need to set. So here what we need to write, a string n for name, int a for representing a, age, and char, g to represent or to take input for gender, and int I for id, and double s for salary, right? Now here what is the code we should write? Name equals to n, age equals to a, gender equals to g, emp id equals to I, and salary equals to s, right? In the similar way, what else we need to do? We need to write void show employee details. When show employee details, no arguments are required. Here we need to write printing of all this information, right? So along with this, as the extension of printing all these three properties, name, age, and gender, I want to print system dot out dot println what? Emp age, gender already we have printed, right? Employee ID we need to print. Very good. Println, yeah, salary. Salary, like this we need to write. So now if you observe here the declaration of string name, age, gender, and assignment statements of these three statements, assigning name, age, and gender, and printing statements of these three of name, age, and gender. All these have been repeated already in our code, overall system code. Already we have written in this class, right? The same code we have repeated again, right? So why should we repeat it again? It is waste of time, right? In our example, it is simple, three lines only, total 9 lines only repeated. But in real time, it would be thousands of lines might be repeating, right? Or lakhs of lines also may be repeating. So here what we can do, instead of writing class employee like this simply as a simple class, we can say extends person. So now with this itself, what happens? We not required to define these three values. So slash forward slash star and star forward slash means what? It is nothing but multi-line comment. Creating multiple lines as comment or making multiple lines as comment. So when we are doing like this, what happens with this single name itself, single line itself, the name, age, and gender would become subclass own member variables, and apart from those three, along with that three, subclass is adding its own new properties, employee ID and salary. Are you understanding, guys, how this definition is fulfilling when we are writing subclass? Subclass inherits its parent properties, and it can add its own new properties, right? Are you seeing that point here or not? Yeah, Shishir, Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, in set employee details also, we have written already this code in person class, right? So when we are making this employee as extends person, declaring employee extends person means employee, we are making employee class as subclass to person. So the same code we don't require to write again here. But what we can do, we can call to do that code means this code assignment statements of name, age and gender is presented where in set person details, right? Set details or set person details, we can say. Let's write specifically person details, right? In set person details it is presented. So you can call this. Now these two methods also, set person details and show person details, also made own members of employee class. If employee class wants to call its own members, how should it call? Simply as if that set person details defined in its employee class definition itself, it can call it NAG. So from where does it take this values for N, A and G? From these parameters, string n, int a, char g are coming, right? Those three parameters have been sent as arguments here to the person class method, have been sent to the person class method. Is it clear, guys, what we are doing? But here, how we are calling this set person details? Are we creating any object over here for person class? In general, if we want to call set person details, so what should I do? Person p equals to new person and then p dot set person details, like this I should call. But what I'm doing, instead of doing like this, it's not required. We don't require to create any object for person or p. We don't need to use any person class object reference. Directly we can call like this. In the similar way here also, what you can do, when you made your employee class as subclass for the person, you can simply call like this. What? Show person details. Show person details, simply like this you can call. So here see, 9 lines of code you have saved or not, or 9 lines of code duplicating code you have eliminated, and simply you are reusing the existing code already presented in the person class. This is what we are defining in our inheritance definitions. Is it clear, guys? Yeah, guys, is it clear?
Sir.
Yeah, okay. Today we pass here. Tomorrow we'll continue with same example with further implementation in main class. In main class, how do we use this? How this will work? We try to understand tomorrow within main class. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. Good night, Shishir. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. ఎలా ప్రాక్టీస్ ఎలా సన్న పడతా ఉన్నాయి చినుకులు. అవునా?
అవును.